Hello, 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 welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, let's get started. So yeah, last time we were busy trying to find out what is broken with my mesh generation on the GPU. And I can show it. So basically we have this, it should be a plane, right? And there's stuff missing as well. And every time we restart, it's different. Spoiler alert, I found the issue, and the issue is me being stupid. Because the compute shader is working perfectly fine. But I can show in RenderDoc what the problem is. Which I realized basically the next morning after the last stream. And I tested it quickly, and it exactly is the issue. And I just was too focused on the compute shader and thought the error is in the compute shader. When in reality it's somewhere else. So if we open the one where we create the compute, like the mesh, and we go into the pipeline state, into the thing here, and then we see how many vertices we create. We create 21,000 vertices. So at around 20,000, right? Plus minus, whatever. Now we go and look at my vertex buffer size. And my vertex buffer size is 1,000. Well. So we wasted like an hour last week, or like last stream, trying to look for a problem that doesn't even exist. It was basically just that my vertex buffer is not big enough, and then of course it's random because, I mean, the compute shader is random which one it writes first. Now we have something like that. Which I'm now confused because that should have worked already. Oh, what did I do now? Did I? 21,000. So that's fascinating because exactly before the stream I just had it working. Fun times. I mean, we can do one thing again, which is get rid of this. Which I as well kinda got rid of. Huh. Okay, now I'm more than confused because that's fascinating. I was pretty sure that would have fixed it. $21,000. Oh, did we maybe make a mistake somewhere in the What the hell is going on? Eight, eight, eight. Oh wait, was it that? No, I mean that should be fine. So how did I break it again? What? Oh, was it because this has to be 8? I think it was. Okay, maybe not. I am so confused. That was working before. Let's revert the shader again. Okay, so it does work. So that's the one that works, right? And I'm pretty sure the sphere worked as the normal worked as well. And here we do 0 and here we do 0. 1, 0. That should have worked. I am officially confused why that doesn't work anymore. That was working just fine last time. Or was it because, wait a second, maybe it was... Maybe we only wanted to do it once? Because we don't have a synchronization here, so that is a problem. Hey, no. I'm confused. Completely confused. Because as I said, that worked just fine before the stream. Now suddenly it doesn't anymore. Just kind of fascinating. Oh wait, what we did for sure, I think, is we had this. But that shouldn't make a difference. I am beyond speechless. Normal and distance. Hmm. Oh, I mean, maybe we do that. Let's see. Maybe I didn't add that last time? I'm not sure anymore. No, that's not it, okay. Fascinating. Well, we fixed half of it. And I'm so... Doesn't make any sense at all. Because, I mean, we get here with the right size, right? That is 100,000. Okay, yeah, and that was an issue I had as well before. Well, actually, no, never mind. That's not an issue I had before. Ah, it's because my sphere is busted. 25, 25, 25 into the minus direction. And here plus. I think that's fine, and then 20. Yeah. So that one works fine. Oh, maybe the plane was more vertices? Because what did I look at here? Oh no, that is that one, but 21,504. I mean, I don't know. think the last time I tested it, it was here with 1, 1, 1, I think, and here with 8. Then that basically 0, 1. Because maybe we are still producing too many vertices for the plane, you know. Yeah, okay. That was it. It probably was too many. So I guess what we did is here 4 and here 4, 4, 4. That's like basically the resolution at which we are creating it. And then that is still 888, so let's add like another dimension here, which might not be enough, right? Oh, that's interesting. I mean, that has to be enough, right? That's 1,000,000. Okay, now there is definitely something weird going on. In that sense here. Oh, wait. I'm stupid. I know what's going on. The vertex buffer is fine. Static mesh render task. We are not rendering all of them because we don't have an indirect render call yet. Stupid me. So we just need to render all of the 21,000. So we are looking at those couple of issues, right, that we have to fix. Yeah, now it works. Because again, we were not rendering all of them. So there's a couple of things that we need to address. One is, most likely we do that tomorrow and not today. We will look at indirect draw. Because hard coding how many vertices we have to draw is kinda garbage. And it should be coming from the GPU. So yeah, it was basically just an issue of how many vertices we draw was not matching how many vertices we created, and before that, because I think I already drew like 1,000, and like with the test object that we had last stream, it was somewhere around 1,000 or something like that. The vertex buffer was not big enough because we only had space for 1,000 objects like that, which is of course not correct. And I think we can only create it once for now. But even then, the performance is not so bad of that, which is kind of fascinating. Because we can run that at 144 Hz currently, which is kinda insane. For the fact that it's like a simple CPU algorithm taken and implemented on the GPU. It's like there's no optimization for the GPU in any shape or form. So if you see, it's like 3 milliseconds. I mean, it's a little bit slow, right? But it's not the end of the world. So yeah, the next step now would be, let me think. Probably the next step is writing this to an SSPO at an init step. So let's do the create volume mesh once, right? Where we create the volume mesh and it's just a plane filled like we have it now. Which we probably can do in a smarter way than what we do, right? Actually, it's probably okay to do it like that. Oh, let me think. Maybe we do it. I'm thinking. There's a couple of ways that we can go forward now. One is we create on the CPU an octree and we sync that to the GPU and let the algorithm run on the octree. Which I think is a little bit too soon. We don't need that yet. That type of optimization. So I'm thinking more on the, we have a grid, a uniform grid. And we just write in our information. Into the array. Where we have our volume data basically. We could do that. So basically we just do a grid. You can think of it like a 3D texture, but we don't use a 3D texture because we probably want to have like a custom layout later, and then it doesn't make sense to use a 3D texture because we want something sparse probably in the end and not like a uniform grid. But for simplicity, let's do like a uniform grid for now. And then we run this shader that we have right now, the extraction, on that uniform grid. Because what that would allow us to do is write another shader that then can edit this uniform grid. And then we have live editing basically. Let's do that. So we keep this, which is basically just running once. And we don't really do this. I mean, we keep both. We have to split it a little bit. So we create a new file here. Init volume .o shader. Let's copy that over. So we have here not a vertex out, we have here a vector for vox. Basically we have a vector for like for of voxel grid. And we don't need any of that for now. And I think what we just do is we just go over this voxel grid. We keep this plane thing. I think that's quite useful. Let's do a push constant. Do we have push constants here? Yeah. Vec 3 normal. Vec, well, not Vec 1, float 1 distance. Okay. And then we don't do that. I mean, yeah, no, we don't do that. We don't care about any of that. The only thing we do is we calculate. Okay, we need the size probably. Do we? Yeah. While for the plane it doesn't really matter. Probably. But let's keep the size. Cell size. Oh, that can be a float 3, right? Float, I mean. And we basically do U constants cell size. Don't need to care about the set position, that one doesn't really matter for the plane. And I think it shouldn't matter anyways. No, we don't do any of that. The only thing we do is we write into the XYZ which we get a unique index from. Voxel index. Now we write into the voxel grid at the voxel index our get plane value and gradient at our position with our U constants normal and our U constants distance. Then we get rid of all of that. And that should do that part, and that should initialize us a grid that has a plane inside. And then here we have a read-only buffer. Voxel grid. Vec for voxels. Well, the other way around. Voxels. Voxel grid. And then we have this at 1, this at 2. Then we keep that. But instead of doing this, we get our, so the corners are fine, right? Because that is the corner position which we still need. So I think that should be cell position. Hold on, how do we want to do that? Let me think again. So that's at the corner. So if those are the corner points, I mean we could as well treat it as the center positions, right? So this is the center position, that's fine. And then the Hermite data is voxel grid at this tile index. Right, is that correct? The corners is... I think that calculation is still fine for the position, right? I think. Half size. I mean, not necessarily, it's maybe not necessarily correct. Let me think. So this one... not calculator. Notepad or paint maybe. So if we have here a grid like that, then what that currently does, well, that's a beautiful uniform grid, not. Then what that does is it gets 0, 0, right? Here. Basically only scales it to the cell size. So we jump always like that. And write the value of that corner. Which is fine. Because we will do that for each corner. We write the data. That's perfectly valid. And then what we want to do in here is we get that cell position. And now we don't do that. Hold on, we do something else. We do voxel index 0. Do we need that? Hold on. No, not necessarily here, actually. We do this, and then we do this, this. Basically guard that with that in between. That should still... why can I not? Please? Oh my god, okay. Whatever, stupid. And we do that, and that is times our size. Does that make sense? No, right? Because that leaves out our own corner. Because we would go one out, and we would basically, if we are here, sample like that, I think, right? Oh wait. Which is not what we want. So probably what we want is, let's actually have that here still as like a fallback, so that we can always revert. And we take that. I think what we want is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1. I think. We can ignore that for now. We don't need to invert anything. And that should... well, actually, we want to do it with this. And now we scale it by the size to have the position, the actual corner position. And then what we do is voxel index z1. So that is 0, 0, 0, right? And then in z plus 1, so we do that, is voxel index 1. Again, maybe I save what I have. Well, I think 1 is fine, right? We can save it like that. It doesn't really matter. And then, yeah, we do 1 here. Voxel index 1. Then we do the same here. Voxel index 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 7 is missing. Sorry. Didn't I turn you off already? So we have that. Then we have voxel index 2, which is not 1 here, but 1 in Y. Now we have voxel index 3, which is 1 in Y, 1 in X, 1 in Z. Then we have voxel index 4, which probably is 1 in X, yeah. And then nothing here. Then we have 5, which is 1 in X and 1 in Z. Then we have 6, which I assume has 1 in Y and nothing in Z. Or, yeah, nothing in Z. And then the last one has 1 in everything. Okay. And then we create here this index again. And we as well take a uniform, which will be our cell size. So basically cell size. Then we can get rid of that. And then that all stays the same. In here we don't need to include that. We can keep that. That. Perfect. Okay. Might work. So what we need to do is go to our beautiful C++. Keep that as the create. Add another one, which is generate volume mesh, which is basically what we had before. That one is not this anymore. This one is an in-place array of a buffer handle of M voxel grid. Don't need that. Don't need that. So basically we copy that. Name this generate volume mesh. Name this generate volume mesh. This one is the create, which now is the init volume shader, I think. Yeah. That one, let's do 100 times 100 times 100. Because why not? Just a vector 4. Although that's quite a lot, right? Who cares? Let's go. Let's go wild. So that is our M voxel grid. That one we just want to use as a buffer, not as a vertex buffer. Get rid of that voxel grid. Voxel grid. At 0 and then that. And then get resource global ID handle is our voxel grid at 0. I'd say. We might do that different in the future, because I don't think we want this as a render graph task. Probably. But I'm not sure yet. Probably we want that as standalone. Compute shaders that run like one time and that's it. Create volume mesh on render. We bind absolutely nothing. And we just run that once. And then we have here the generate volume mesh. Vertex buffer. Which we already have up here. That is still that one. That is still fine. That is still the volume mesh vertices. And that. That is binding this one. That is binding that one. And we just execute that. Which I think is fine. We will find out if it's fine or not. And then graphics API, or where do we register them? Yeah. Probably somewhere here. Or not. Where do we register that one? Oh, here. Generate volume mesh. Alright, and then static mesh render task. Oh no, not here. Probably in register system, yeah. Generate volume mesh, get vertex buffer. Again, not ideal, but it will do the trick for now. We will clean all of that up over time. Let's compile that. We need to adjust our index was outside. What? Generate mesh path. Oh, we don't want that to be static anymore. And I don't think I need a... I don't need a barrier between those two because I think the render graph should insert that automatically. Famous last words. Open graph. That one will be kinda interesting if we can do that actually. I think didn't test too much if we can actually add a new render graph here. So where are... Here is my create volume mesh. So that one goes into the generate. Maybe not. Generate. Oh, we need a... That one is one in, one out. Isn't it like that? Oh, one in, one out like that. Now we have a buffer handle in, a buffer handle out. And that's that. Oh, we need... do we need a name? No, not necessarily. So now we can go generate volume mesh. Now we can save volume test 2. And we can close that and hope that we saved that correctly. That looks fine. So we can go to our app config. Volume task 2. Start and hope that we still render. Looks fine. And we don't have anything here, which makes sense. Although, does it make sense? Hold on. Oh yeah, well, it does, because we have create volume mesh is being used in dispatch but has never been used. What? 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 Oh wow, this one we can get rid of. Oh shoot, not what I wanted. How did I do that even? I have no idea how I changed the desktop. Fascinating. Generate. Wait, no, sorry. Here it's fine. Here it's not. Here we have to get rid of it. We don't need that. We need to do the push constant. That's the thing. Struct push constants. Vector 3f normal. Load distance. Load cell size. And then we do push constants. Vector 3 f y unit 0 and 4. Command buffer bind push constants. That is really annoying actually. Maybe we change that soon. That we have to do this all the time. Kinda annoying. And then here we bind the push constant, which is just a size of Onyx F32. And then here Onyx F32 cell size equals 4.0f. Might help already. Not sure if that's good enough already. Init volume shader, undeclared identifier match. Did I not save? Oh well, I did, but I didn't. Okay. I mean, almost. Let's see if we actually run all of the shaders in question. No to all. Launch, no. Oh wait, maybe my plane was in the wrong direction. Nope, it's not. Unfortunate. Would have been too nice. Pipeline. No resource. Oops. Is it because this has to be voxels, right? That's, I think, it. Maybe not. Oh wait, did we even compile? Okay, I mean we did compile, but... I mean that should now... Yeah, that should do it. That should bind it. If I'm not mistaken. We have create volume mesh. Okay, yeah, we have a voxel grid. Perfect. And we have data here. Okay. Bit weird that we have only zeros here then. It's a little bit sus. But okay. So that's the normal and that's the distance. Oh, hold on, maybe... Yeah, maybe what we need to do is offset our plane a little bit. But even then, hold on, shouldn't that work? Normal and the distance and the cell size. Even then, that should probably work. But what we can do is vector position. No, that should work actually. Hold on, that should. That should be fine. Why is it 12? The distance? Minus 12. So if that's 0, 0, 0, right? Then that's position 0 and that should give us a voxel of 0. Why would that not be a 0 position? Pipeline debug 0, 0, 0. Because I mean that is 0, 0, 0. Distance 0, normal 1, cell size 4. Yeah. Exactly. Am I stupid? No. I write at the voxel index this voxel index. That is unique, right? I mean, maybe I need to do that, I don't know. Instead of what I did. Maybe that is the voxel index. Is that better maybe? Launch. Mesh. Huh. No. I mean, okay, now we have actually zeros here, that's good. I'm still not sure why voxel grid 0 is like that, but okay. Why it's minus 80? I guess I never find that out. I don't know. Shouldn't it? What is my cluster index? Voxel index 0. And then I mean, I have absolutely no idea why you would be like that. Load 4 of voxel grid. Oh well. I guess we live with that for now. I don't know. Even though it's very bizarre. But then maybe that is not correct, right? Maybe... You know what we do for now? We will for now do something very stupid. And do that here, one, and here, one, and then we take back our beautiful thing again, because then it's fine. Then it's fine, right? In that case, this is the voxel index. And in that case, we are very, very simple. And not working, but that's fine. But we have the shader running, okay. So that's the good part about it. Let's see, let's close all of them. And let's run that. No, thank you. And let's take a the capture is irrelevant. Pipeline state. Alright, so that looks better. That looks exactly how I imagined it. Then we have like approximately, we should have 511, which I think makes sense because it's 8 times 8 times 8, 512, yeah. So that makes sense. All good so far. So the maximum distance away is 28, which kinda makes sense. But what we can do is move everything in the init vector, while we scale that, and then we minus a vec3 of minus 28, well, not 28, minus 12, minus 12, minus 12. So that would be an offset, right? to that. And that is just so that we have plus and minus values. Don't think that will do anything yet. Yeah. Did it even compile? Yeah, it did. Okay. So the thing is, that should now do the thing that here we hopefully bind the voxel grid, yeah. So probably we need to do that offset for all of them as well, like 3 of minus 12, minus 12, minus 12. Make 3 offset. Wait, did I do a minus? Ah, god damn it. That's not what I wanted. Plus that. And that should give us, hopefully... Well, it didn't. Unfortunate. Well, we could have hoped. Let's see why. With render doc. So we load this. Let's first look at our volume mesh. So that one now is minus 12. Do we even hit? Oh, we don't. Okay. Maybe not the right thing to do then. Why? I mean, actually, hold on. Actually, the offset here, that doesn't make sense. We just need an Y offset. We want 12? Maybe? Maybe we want it like that? That is mostly that we go up and down around the 0 plane. But that doesn't do it yet. But I mean, I think that should give us, hopefully... That should give us now a valid thing around 0. Right? Minus 12. Huh. Hold on, what? Do I want to do that? I am so confused. Officially confused about that. Pipeline. Ah, yes, that's good. 4, 4, 0, 0, minus 4, 8, minus 12, and then... Okay, so now we have something around the 0 plane. That's good. Now we have here the dispatch of that one, which hopefully has... It has the right data. And then let's see what happens if we debug that. So I'm more curious in the corner positions. Then we have voxel index 0, 1, 2. I mean, maybe. Let's see what the Hermite data says for all of them. Because we have like the data then 12, 12, 8, 12, 8. So I mean that one is definitely outside, right? Do we actually create the mesh? Oh, we do. Although the Y position is a little weird. Why is the... Oh, what? Static mesh doesn't render anything. Oh, is that because we are in the first frame? Yeah. Where is our... So that one is empty now, and now we are rendering something. Mesh vertices 3300, that looks fine. But the mesh vertices in the voxel grid doesn't look too nice. Can I look at the mesh? Where is my mesh viewer? That's fascinating. You have an up and down mesh. What? So if I look... Oh, there it is. And up as well, or what? Ah, well, up is probably inverted, so I don't see it. Oh no, here it is. Huh. What? Where does the Y come from? Maybe we don't do an offset here. Maybe we just process as is. Because we don't really want that offset anyways. Not sure if that's the reason why it's broken, but... Okay, no, it's not. Huh. That's bizarre. 0, 0, 0. Zero zero one 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. So I think that should be fine, but maybe that's not fine. So this is plus Z plus nothing. This is plus Y. This is plus Y plus Z. And then here plus X plus X and Z. And then we have X and Y. Now we have X, Y, Z. That looks fine. Fascinating. Because that should do everything we need. But somehow it doesn't. I'm very confused by all of that. As well, where does the curve come from? Because I didn't install the GLSR plugin. I mean, we can do that. It's fine if you want it. If you really want it, we can get it. Does it not? Well, because it doesn't get the extension. Can I somehow add the extension for it? Nah, shitty plugin probably. Does that support linting, supporting blah blah blah? Can I have a custom file type? Oh, maybe. That might support it. Let's install that one. Settings. Is that it? No. But I guess... I can do that. Oh god. Does that work? Doesn't look like it. Why can I not ban that? Why is the mod stuff again out? Show mod icons, thank you. So why does that not work? Do I need to reopen it maybe? Sad. Well, I can probably get that to run eventually, but meh. I guess I could do that in my beautiful thing here. Does it recognize it now? No, it seems it doesn't like that at all. I have no idea. We have to live with that for now. That way I don't have syntax highlighting because I use a custom file tab. It's something probably with the offsets. Is it actually already? No, it's not. But 21, I mean that can't be too hard to find, right? Where is actually this one? Oh, it's here. Those are inverted. Hey, hold on there. What? Where, or are they inverted? I don't know where up and down is anymore actually. Oh no, they're not inverted. Okay. Those are up there, right? So this one is down and that one, yeah, that one is inverted. Hmm. Do I still have the texture view? Oh my god, I don't have it. Let's run it again. Oh, I broke it or what? How did I do that now? Oh, is it because I removed the offset? Might be, right? Yeah, probably. Alright, bring back the offset. Plus, well, we don't need it here, we only need it here. Plus that. Huh. Okay, well, what? How did I... Why did I manage to... Or how did I manage to break that now? Do we use the Sarah position for anything? No, right? No. Maybe that's wrong? I have no idea. Actually. Hmm. So I think that is fine. We could try to get rid of the offset. By moving up the distance, I think. We could try that at least, so we can get rid of that. Let's close that. And then I think if we do the distance here to like 10, for example, then we should see it. Yeah. But we are pretty much garbage. Which is fascinating. Because I didn't change anything on that front, I think. So maybe that is not correct how I calculate the voxel indices here. But I guess I could calculate it manually, right? So this is my voxel index. And then my next voxel index in Z. I mean, that should be fine. It should be exactly that. Fascinating. What did I change that made it like different now to before? Except for absolutely nothing. But that is correct, right? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. I think that should be fine. Because that's exactly what it was before. That's in the back, right? And then that's in front. Yeah. One, 1, 0 and 1, 1, 1. That's fine. You know what? What we will do? We will do one thing. We will write here struct voxel, which is the vec4 position vec4 gradient. And we do that. We do that. That. Oops. That's a voxel. And we do that, and vec4 position at 0f. Just so that we know what kind of position we are. To debug it easier. And now we need to do size of 2 vec4s here. And let's make that smaller for now. Because we don't need that many. And that's that, and that's that, and then let's... I think we can start with that, right? Don't need anything else. No, I don't think so. Oh, wait, no, we need something else. We need to adjust generate volume here. That is now as well a struct of voxel, which takes here that one. And then basically I want to get the voxel here. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then dot gradient. Got that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. And now we start. We hopefully still have, well, we don't, but do we have an error? Probably. Of course we do. In init volume 12. Oh, because we didn't save. Alright, so that one is pretty busted. Perfect. Exactly how I would want it. Not. But it's fine. Do we still have the offset? No, we don't. Okay, but whatever. Let's look at render doc and see what we get out. Because I mean that one should be fairly consistent now. Run forwards to cursor. So we have our corner positions, which is this, and then we have our corner voxel, which is fine. Then we have 0, 0, 4, which is correct. Then we have 0, 4, 0, 0, 4, 0, 0, 4, 4. Looks fine. 4, 0, 0. 4, 0, 4. 4, 4, 0. And 4, 4, 4. Huh. Well, that's unfortunate. That's exactly how it should be. How did that happen? It's not how it should be. Why did it work? And why does it not work here? Huh. Sea Lion. No, I did not try it yet. At work I use Rider. Which is good as well. It's from the same, like Sea Lion and Rider are from the same company, right? I mean, it's not fair. At the company I use Visual Studio and Rider. It depends on the project. Currently I use Rider on the current project, but before that I was using Visual Studio. I want to try out Sea Lion. Probably now that it's free for open source stuff or like non-commercial stuff. I want to try it, but I didn't try it myself yet. Yeah, I heard it's pretty good for CMake projects, which this project is. I as well want to try out NeoVim, to be honest, although I'm on Windows, but I want to give it a try. So there's probably a couple of streams in the future where I will try some other IDEs. But yeah, welcome. Again, I think you were, I saw you in the past, but I think you didn't drop in for a longer time, at least not in chat. Alright, so why is my Y position so busted? Because what do we get out of here then? Run forwards. Do we get a component out here? Component count 0. Shouldn't you have a component count here? Shouldn't we have a component here? Okay, maybe not. Oh no, because yeah, our gradient is R positive, right? Yeah, that makes sense. So probably I can get one that should generate something by going in another debug one, and if we are always 4 up, then probably at 3 in Y we should get something. Either 3 or 2. Run forwards. Component count 0. Unfortunate. But what are our vertices? So -6. Okay, we overshot it, so it's 2 and not 3. Okay. I love Rider, so I have a look at Sea Lion 2, and I was disappointed at first because of performance on large code base. Yeah, both of them are free. I have not tried Sea Lion, so I can't say. Rider works fine on the bigger code bases that I use at work. I'm not using Rider for that long yet. And I used like Visual Studio for 10, 15 years now already. While professionally 14, 15 years before that as well, but not professionally. and more for C# than C++, and yeah. But yeah, since 14 years now, definitely for C++, professionally in games business. And what I miss the most in Ride, or like, it's not missing. I'm just not used to how the debug works, like the watch window and stuff like that. I kind of got used to how I use it in Visual Studio. So it's, for me, it's a little bit hard to follow the stack trace sometimes in Rider. I don't know. It's probably just getting used to it. It's like only a couple of months that I use Rider now, so it's mostly getting used to it. It's more a me problem than actually a problem of Rider. Alright, so component count. So run forwards. We should have... Yes, we have one component. Perfect. That's exactly what I expected. And let's see. What are our vertices? Position 0, 10, 0. Why are we having a coordinate in Y? Are we stupid? Why do we have... What? Why, how, and... Did I already say why? Okay, so... We have corner 0, which is 0, 8, 0. Which is... Okay, I mean, no, that's fine. We have a coordinate in Y, that's fine. But it should be consistent over all of them. That is a problem. It should be a 10. But for some reason it fluctuates. That is the problem. It should be definitely always a 10. C-Lion was not usable in 2019. Autocomplete was too slow, around 2 seconds when I included N, Loman, JSON, and libfmt. Alright, but to be fair, I mean, Visual Studio is like super slow. So, I don't know if we can count that. I don't know if that's the lesson you should learn, but fair. I guess. So the position is that, and okay. Okay, so that all kinda makes sense until it doesn't anymore. And the corners make sense as well. So this is in the back, right? Now we go into the front. Oh, is it in the front actually? Hold on. No, I need, that should be fine. Right before it was the same. It was as well like that, right? Or it was like that actually. So if we were 0, 0, 0, then we went from minus to plus. So we still do that, right? We still go from minus to plus, so that's fine. And we still go here as well from bottom to top. So that should be fine. So I think those are totally valid. Let's just double check 080. Yeah, that's fine. Hmm. Zero 102. Yeah, that's all fine as well. Fascinating. Why would I get a weird position then? It's as if we triangulate wrong. Let's actually go back. Can I do that? Probably, right? We can go run backwards and then we go in here. We go in here, face corners. Then we generate. Will you watch Summer Game Fest? Is it today? I didn't know. It's today, or seems like it. I will probably not watch it. I want to get that done. Or at least like find like the issue. So I will probably not look at it, to be honest. And then let's forward here, run forwards here. Margin squares case 7. Where is my volume? It's starting in 1.5 hours. Maybe then, because I don't think I will stream at that point anymore. Or I mean, I will not work at that time anymore. But let's see. So case 7. Case 7 is something like that, which is bizarre. Because that should definitely not be the case. That we are something like that. So we have minus, 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 and 2. And my corners are 4, 12, 0. 4, 8, 0, 0, 12. And 0, 8. Why is there only 1? Why is that minus 2? That sounds sus. That sounds wrong. Why would that be the case? X index, Y index, Y index. Where are my data? Where is my generate mesh? Can I go back? So this corner is kind of busted. How do I go back here? God damn it. Calculate zero crossing. No. Probably run backwards to cursor here. Where are my corners? 0. So everything with an 8 should be plus. Yeah. Everything with the 12 should be negative. So that one is negative. 3 is sus. That it's positive. 4 should be positive again. That one is negative, so maybe those two are flipped. And then 5 is positive, yeah. 6 and 7 are negative, which is fine. So it's like 4? 3 and 4, that's flipped. 3 and 4. 4 is that, and 4 is negative, and 3 is 12, and is positive. Yeah, so 3 and 4 are flipped. Why? Three and 4 are flipped. 3 and 4, because we are stupid and we flipped them. That's why. Alright, render dog to the rescue. Alright, so that looks, well, still busted again. But at least it's not as busted as it was before. Now the only question is why? Oh, is it because we... Is it because we go outside and then... Yeah, so if... Let's do that. So if our voxel index 0 is greater than 512, or let's actually do that. If our voxel index is greater than 512, then we return a vec for 0, 0, 0, and we treat it as air. Air is... Oh, we still have it here, right? So I think air is... where is it? Corners. Where are my corners? Here. So air is... What is at 2? So minus? Minus is air? Really? Did I do it like that? It's so long ago that I wrote that part that I can't remember anymore. Everything less than 0, so I think we treat it as 1. Actually. I mean, we can find that out, I guess. So my theory is that we are going outside of the grid. And then we basically render something that's outside. So let's do vec4, and then that is 1. So we do that. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, okay, no, not quite. Maybe we do -1. I was under the impression that would make sense, but maybe not. Why would that not work? Is that how it should be? Wait, maybe that's not correct anymore. No, it is, or it's 8 times 8 times 8. It's 512, yeah. But I can't even go. Well, I can go outside, right? If I do 888 in RenderDoc, what do I get then? Well, I can do it here, actually. And then we go here, here, and then we do, for example, 8 or 7, doesn't matter. Why you choose C++ over C# if you love to work with Rider? Well, I'm not sure if I love to work with Rider. And mostly because I am doing C++ since 2009 basically, and it's what I use at work every day as well. So I'm kind of used to C++, even though it's like a love-hate relationship. And I use C# as well from time to time, mostly for tools. But yeah, games business is kind of stuck on C++, at least in the AAA industry. You can get around it, right? If you go to like other companies that use Unity or for example, then you can get far with C# as well. But yeah, I don't know. It's just something that I kind of got used to. So voxel index. That's not how I imagined it to be. So what? Hold on. Is it maybe an issue of the no, like mesh vertices here? So that's gradient 10, 6. So that's all nice and fine. Wait, actually... Okay, yeah, that's all. Hold on. I think we need to do the offset again here. Or do we do the offset still in the init? No, we don't. Oh, but we have the offset in the distance there. Yeah, but then it's fine. Then this should be fine. I do my engine in C# because it's easier than C++, so I can write more code and get far faster than with C++. My main language is C++ and work. I don't know if I agree with the terms of speed in terms of like productivity. I mean, I agree that you don't have to build everything from scratch in C# and in C++ you're a little bit... Yeah, you have to build some stuff that other languages already have for free. But then as well in C# and C++ you have a lot of third-party libraries. I mean in C# as well, I guess. It really depends, yeah. I guess it's always like a matter of taste. There is no right and wrong answer. So how come... How come we are mirrored? And where does this edge come from? That's still bizarre as well. Did we compile our shader? I hope we did. I bind C-libs myself so I can control how bindings works and be sure no memory leaks. Yeah, that's fair. Again, I don't think there is a particularly right or wrong thing. It's more preference. And I'm just by now used... If you would have asked me 10 years ago, I would probably have said I would never do something in C++ in my free time. And here we are 10 years later. So yeah, that's how it can change, I guess. So I am more than confused. So that's the voxel grid. which is fine. So that's all the distances at 10. And now we have this distance here. Then we again have a 12. So that all looks fine. Hold on. I made an oopsie. I think I know what it is. Is on this left edge. So I guess, wait, hold on, so do I still have the shader debug open? Yeah, okay, so if that +1 is our GL workgroup size, then we are on the left edge. Is top is front edge, I guess. So we calculate this index, but if, so that one is always fine, right? That one we cannot outdo. Then the next one, voxel index 1, we need to do a check if we are the front edge. And now we take that one. Voxel index 2 is top edge. And now we take that one. And then 3. If we are... For now, let's do if we are either the... That's not correct, but it's fine. Then we just take none of them. And then here, voxel index 4 is left edge, right edge. It doesn't really matter, right? 5. Left edge or front. And then left edge, probably left edge, yeah, or top edge. And then here, either one of them is left edge, is front edge, or is right edge, top edge. Then we treat it as air. And that should hopefully fix it. Did we do a shader oopsie? No, we didn't. okay. That makes sense now, because we are on the border, right? So we do that. So that looks fine. We just need to find out, is it like that maybe? Do we need to write a minus here? To be air? That one I don't really know. Okay, I mean, kinda. Why is it like that now on the side? Did I miss one? What? Oh yeah, I did miss one. Is that the reason why it's like bent like that? Okay, no. Yeah, that looks fine, no? Okay. That makes perfect sense. I don't really like that we have like this going down here. I'm not quite sure where that's coming from. It's probably... Huh. Actually, I don't know where that's coming from. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. But we have a plane now. And I think we can scale that a little bit more if we want to. But that's pretty nice already. So what we could do is scale that up a little bit by increasing, for example, the cell size for now. Where is the other cell size? God damn it. Here. Let's actually do a const expr up here. Namespace. God damn it, I can't type. Const expr float cell size. Because then we have that unified. So that should give us a bigger plane, exactly. It's fascinating that we have a border here, but not here. It's a bit weird, but okay. What? Is that because of the corner 0 that I don't treat? But I mean, this can't be outside. Whatever. I don't really care too much about that artifact for now. Alright. We might call it actually a day for that today. And tomorrow we will add editing of the mesh. Because now we have like a mesh generated here. Like that. And we can go with that into tomorrow and fix well, and then create a shader that lets me basically raycast onto that surface and manipulate the data inside that voxel grid. It's basically the idea. If I do the distance differently, does that change now? So if I do a distance of 0, do we see something? Probably not, right? Because we are... Actually, we should. Okay, maybe not. Probably I have to do a distance of 1 at least, currently. Because we're not offsetting it in any way. Yeah. And then I don't really have like the weird edge stuff. I mean, I still have it somewhat. But it's fine, we can live with that. I will investigate that at a later point, why that happens. It's something with the way we treat those here. That they are air. Maybe I'm too optimistic with the... Maybe that's too much. Whatever, we will do that tomorrow. Alright, thank you for joining me today. Tomorrow we will do the live edit of this shader. So yeah, we will do a raycast against the surface, and then hopefully we can add a sphere or something like that, right, on top. And then like we have a bump, and then we can do already basically painting of terrain with that. We don't have it persistent, we would need to sync it back to the CPU to save it to disk. But that's then another like small step. I would say the sync back, the read back shouldn't be too much hassle. But that one is pretty nice already. I'm not quite sure where the... yeah, I would need to look at that, where the issue comes from with the... words are hard. God damn it. Yeah, whatever. I need to treat and see where we get wrong information from the thing so that we generate like this dent. It might be that we should... yeah, we'll think about that. It might be that we should do like a kinda like a dual grid approach-ish. So here we write out all the center points. And then we do the other one. Basically, yeah, something like that. I'm not sure. I will think about that. But yeah, thank you very much. As I said already, have a nice rest of your evening. We are back tomorrow, but probably not at 2:30, because I have some plans to go to like a construction shop, whatever, like IKEA kind of thing, in the afternoon. So I might be a little bit late for the stream, but probably in the evening I will do a stream again, to compensate for that. Because yeah, I'm pretty motivated to get that stuff done. That's really nice to see it running on the CPU, on the GPU, and it's like blazingly fast, basically. Yeah, that's insane. How nice that is, how fast it is. So yeah, thank you very much, and see you tomorrow. Have a nice rest of your evening, and enjoy maybe Game Fest if you are watching that. Bye bye.